Yep, sleep is for the week, and we are live. All right, so we're gonna start that off by sleep is for the week. Yep, sleep is, and I almost caught the echo. Okay, I want to say ETM Hotep to all the viewers who will be watching on the archives and who stayed up and gonna chime in and participate with us tonight. You're hanging out with the Seshu Mahadi Metal Netcher, and it is Friday. Um, Freestyle Fridays, our Freestyle Fridays. And on Freestyle Friday, we simply have fun, testing our skills, sharpening our skills. And how we do that is that we pick pictures at random with a Szechuan Metal or ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs on it, and then we'll, without the use of any books, no sign list, no dictionaries, we'll just see if we can identify all of the different signs, see what words we can recognize, and see what we can recall from our memory, the meanings of those words, see if we can get a good translation before the night is out for any pictures. So tonight we're getting a late start. I want to apologize to the viewers who are watching live. Um, and because we're getting a late start, we have a pretty simple picture, but we can have fun with, and we invite everyone to participate. I'll keep my eye out on the YouTube chat to see who can, guess any glyphs to identify them and any of the words and everything. So, but nobody cheats. Even those you watching and participating. Again, Freestyle Friday, no books. Probably call it no book Freestyle Friday. But all right. So, but before we jump straight into it, we always like to start off our gatherings, our sessions, with a voice offering uh, um, in place of pouring libation. But we do a voice offering, and we follow after the manner of Dr. Rikede Amin, who has been doing that for a long, long time in her classes and when she gets when we have get-togethers. All right. So we want to do that, and I will pass the mic and put the screen on our Sonnet Tonica.
All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and read the offering formula, and you can put the name of any ancestor that's passed on. But in this case, I'm going to put just the name of just the word ancestors on it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and read, and you can read along if you're watching the screen. Hotep Dinesu, Weser Neb Jadu, Nature A Neb Abju, DF Beret Heru, Te Heneket, Ka Aped Shes Beneket, Ket Nebet Neferet Webet, Anket Nechaim, Enkani Imaku Aku Maakeru. And I'll read that in English. An offering which the king gives Osiris, Lord of Jeddu, great god, Lord of Abydos, so that he may give verbal offerings in bread, beer, ox, fowl, alabaster, linen, everything good and pure on which a god lives, for the car of the revered one, the ancestors, justified.
Okay, excellent and excellent, excellent. So that is an offering formula, and we like to set the tone and start off our sessions. All of our sessions. We have Divine Words Wednesdays, where we come and have a hangout on Wednesdays. Now for Wednesday at 9 o'clock, by the way, on Wednesdays we give more instruction. We show um, give more information about different methods and show people how the Sesh Meta works, some methods in transliterating and translating, and also we get suggestions by people who are in our Facebook group, the Seshumani Meta Facebook group, of the different topics to explain or talk about. So if you have any questions or any suggestions of topics that we discuss on Wednesdays, by all means, post them in the Facebook group or inbox any of us on Facebook, or even email. You can email at info@metanetra.com, and we'll get the email and take any recommendations into consideration. Some of the things we'll research, or if we already know the answers, we allow that to be a topic for Wednesday, and we'll just give all the information we know about it. All right. So, but on Fridays is different. Fridays, we have fun. It's more laid back, and we like to have participation. All right. So now, with all of that said, we can go in on the actual picture that we're going to use for this Freestyle Friday. So I believe I will pass the mic over to our brother. Oh, matter of fact, I'm sorry. Before we do that, let's introduce everybody that's on the panel. Starting with myself, my name is Wujao Meneb Edi Maat. People can call me and have called me Wujao, and a lot of people mispronounce it, but it's Wujao, and I'm okay with that. Just keep it simple, Wujao, and I'll pass the mic. Everybody else can introduce yourself.
ETM Hotel, welcome. This is Damian Everly Damo out of Oklahoma. Welcome to the show.
Hotel, Hotel. This is brother Antoine Germain, ETM Hotel.
ETM Hotel, welcome and peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the show. It's your brother June, also known as Robert Allen on Facebook, ETM Hotel.
Hotep. Yeah, this is Tonika, and yeah, enjoy the show.
ETM Hotel, Dua, Hekanu In, Amin Ra, Pata, Kwa E Sekum. I am Kofi Paisa, and we just want to welcome you all to the show.
Hotep, it's your brother Satep and Ra Mariaman. Hope y'all enjoy the show tonight. You find me on Facebook, Satep and Ra Mariaman. Join the Facebook group if you haven't yet. She shoot my Nimedu Nature. A lot of information, good solid group. I hope y'all enjoy the show tonight.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna jump straight on in there. But I want to say, I just want to say this, Kofi, boy, we're gonna have to have a special slide when you say your name. We're gonna have to show the glyphs and have a formal breakdown. He's like, man. All right, and then Antoine, your avatar. Are you sure that's not green screen? That's not you. Standing next to a green screen and somebody just put that was that Heru statue behind you.
Hanging out at Edfu. That's Edfu.
Yeah. No, that's nice. That's a nice picture, nice avatar. See, that's good. All right. So, okay. So, let's see. Who has the picture? I'll lock it on your screen, and then we'll just work from there. Brother Satep, I believe you have.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So as soon as you share, I'll lock it on your screen.
All right. Yep, there you go.
All right. So hopefully everyone will be able to see and walk through. So just real quick before we start, now whether it's Freestyle Friday like tonight or Wednesdays or at any time, when you transliterate and translate, there's a proper method to do it. And on Wednesdays, we've spent several weeks going over that method. And just real brief, those 4 steps of that method are: 1, identify the direction in which to read the signs; 2, identify all the signs; 3, group the signs together in their appropriate words. Look those words up in dictionaries. And 4, come away with a sensible translation. All right. So those are the basic 4 steps. So for Fridays, I just lost your picture, Satep. For Fridays, we go through the same steps, except we don't use the books to try to identify the glyphs or look up the words. All right. So that's the difference. And I just wanted to put that out there first. So now we could just jump in. So I'll just pass the mic. So whoever wants to start and jump in, let's do it.
All right, I'll go ahead and play the point real quick. So first we'll be starting off with the names of the suit actually, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 5. Yeah, so we basically got most of his names on the throne. I'll start out with the first one and I'll pass it over to one of my brothers.
Hey, Satep.
Yes, sir.
Can I, or you can, no matter about what Tekken this is, who Tekken this is, or give a little bit about Tekken.
You should probably do that afterward, because
yeah, we'll do it after, because his name is going to be down at the very, very bottom of who he's commonly known as. But I will give the direction in which the signs are read. We will be reading. Let's see. We'll be reading from right to left. So we got the Haru Falcon, the golden Haru Falcon on top, and then you got the Ankh right here. You have the mess symbol. You have the raised bread loaf with the quail chick. So we'll be saying Haru, and then we'll say Ankh Mesut. And that will be the first name of this Nesut. That'll be his Haru name. And I'll pass it off to one of the other brothers to read his other name. This will be his throne name, actually.
Yeah. You got it, Demo.
I just before Demo goes, I just wanted to point out that we have Melissa on the chat who got the directions and all that, and I don't know if anybody else actually had anything else to say on the chat about that.
You say Lisa got the direction right?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
Ecker.
Yeah.
All right, the second one, we say the throne name, the Nasut Binti, the sedge plant, the bread loaf, the bee, and another bread loaf. Inside you see the Ra, the Kepler, the Ka. It was Kepler Ka Ra.
Correct. Use an honorific transposition. We would say Kepler Ka Ra.
Right. That's the throne name.
Yep, that's his throne name right there. So that's what he would be known as when he gets his kingship right here, Kepler Ka Ra. So we'll go to his I believe this will be his birth name, I think. Maybe, if I'm not mistaken. The next name.
What do they call it? What's the term for it? Is that the prenom?
Maybe Wujao could help us out with that.
Is that the Nepti?
Yeah, it's the Nepti. Anybody want to knock this one out?
Mesut.
Yep. So this this name is actually the same name as his Haru name, the Nepti. So that was pretty easy. So we can go down to the next name, and this is the name that he's commonly known by throughout Egyptology. So one of the brothers want to knock this one out.
Yeah. Somebody else want to do that?
Oh, you can go ahead. I was gonna do it, but you can go ahead.
Okay. His birth name. Well, they say it's his birth name, but it's a birth name, family name, and and there's a lot going on. I always say that the names are tricky because you have a lot of graphic transposition, honorific transposition, and that's what you're looking at here. A lot of transpositioning going on. But anyway, inside the Shinu or the cartouche, you have the Worcester staff, the folded cloth, the open mouth, the bread loaf, and then the door bolt, and then the water ripple. But the name is actually Si, which means man, and then Ni for the water ripple, of, and then Worcesteret, which is the powerful one, the feminine form of the powerful one. So his name means the man belonging to Worcesteret, or she who is powerful.
All right. And don't forget the Sarah part too as well.
Right, exactly. The Sa-Ra is son of Ra, Sini Waseret, but most people say Sin Waseret as the name, and they kind of some people may confuse Sin Waseret and the word sin to take that to mean brother, but it's actually two words. It's Si or Z, and then Zini Waseret. So it's the man belonging to or of the powerful one, Waseret.
And this is his obelisk right here. So this is the common name that we know him by. So this would be, as Brother Kofi was getting at earlier, whose Tekken it is. So we can move on down to the bottom part, and I guess we can do this part right here if we're doing a triangle or a rectangle. One of the brothers want to tackle this part.
Shoot, I know the first is Ba'u.
Yeah, I see. I know it's look like it's the location as well.
Yeah, that's
Down.
it. That's is that Heliopolis? That's Heliopolis there. And then Mary at the bottom.
We got the M and the Y, and we got the Mary, life, and then the DT.
It's that. Yeah.
Digit,
Yeah,
forever.
it's that.
Mary, Mary, Digit, beloved, life forever. Something like that.
I'm trying to see what's going on at the top, though. I mean,
So we got Ba'u.
Ba'u at the top. Then I forgot that. Yeah, Nunu,
We got
which is
Ba'u, Inu,
Heliopolis,
Mary, Unc
Jed.
Jed.
Unc Jed. Then you got well, yeah, let's before we get down to the bottom of before you get to Shanu, let's put that together.
This right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm freestyling right now, but I believe Ba'u. I think that might mean souls.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. But and we know the second part is Heliopolis. We know Mary could be beloved.
We love our love and.
But I'm trying to put it together. I mean, it's saying something right there. Souls, Heliopolis, Mary, but that doesn't make any sense. Life,
it's part of
life,
some kind of epithet.
Life for eternity.
Yeah.
So I mean,
okay.
I just have a quick question. Just a quick question. When where you read Mary, the other two signs after, is it the sickle or the hoe? I don't. What are the two signs? I just can't.
The reed leaves.
Those reed leaves.
Okay, because I thought they had like some curves at the bottom. I wasn't sure.
Yes, two reed leaves.
So we're just trying to make sense of it, because I mean, soul, Heliopolis, life. I mean, soul, life. I mean, soul, Heliopolis, Mary, and life, for eternity. So I'm saying that doesn't make any sense the way we got it. So I mean, it's gonna have to be. I'm just trying to make sense of that before we move on to the bottom. Till we get to.
I'm just giving a rough one right here. I would say the beloved souls of Heliopolis. May he live forever. I don't see he in there, but I'm just throwing it in there. Or may they live forever. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, because we don't know what that is up under the bottom of it, because it's been damaged right there at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I mean, we maybe make it. Still can't see it.
Yeah, but it looks like there's right there. There's some sort of bird, like an outline at the back. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, but we still don't know what it is that's damaged, so we can move to the next part.
Okay. All right.
What is that? Nefernetter?
Nefernetter.
Yeah. Kepra-Kara.
Got a little damage over here.
Yeah, I can't make out what the left symbol is, but I know after that you got the folded cloth up under the bottom and the hand. So yeah. So you got SD there. And what is that up under the bottom? Is that what is that right there? I can't make that out. I don't know if that's supposed to be a water ripple or what.
I don't know. I think it might just be a straight flat line. This is definitely a word right here. This whole, I believe this is probably
Yeah,
just
it's
one word.
but don't know what that is behind. I don't know. Can anybody in the chat tell us what what that may be?
Anybody in the chat got any thoughts? Don't be pulling out no books, Kofi. I heard some paper sliding.
Man, I got my what's the name? I ain't got no paper. I just looking at the chat from my iPad.
I heard something slide across, sound like some paper.
You ain't heard no paper.
So, yeah, what they saying in the chat? Cause I can't see. I'm sharing my screen.
Sean said that's an alien. So.
Oh, he playing.
And Lisa said look like wings. So I'll look like
Yeah,
wings. I
I
don't know.
think they're leading to UFOs at the moment. So.
Yeah.
But June, what do you think? June is always good at putting things together with a good making sense of.
Yeah, I'm surprised June don't know this one because he'll definitely be able to group some signs together quick.
No, I think it's still on the road probably.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I think they all like after the Sanoos, they pretty much epithets. It's my opinion. They probably common if we can find, if we had our books, they probably be like real easy to find. But like some type of epithet. This right here, I know it's not, but it remind me of Seneb.
Which one?
Remind me of that folded cloth with the hand back here.
That look like the
What?
I think that might be like Secum or something. Like the little. I think that might be Secum. That that little, I don't know what if it's a plant. It's the
no, that this ain't the secum is that's the one of authority. That's the scepter of authority is secum. That's for power.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the scepter of authority right there. So that's what secum is. I use it all the time when I post.
All right, so let's just put a question mark on this, and then we'll move down. We'll go from there. So let's see. We're about right here and down. Now I definitely don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Ain't the bottom? What is that? Hosea 8 HSB is. I might be wrong. Something like, dealing with the festival or something. Hosea. I know I'm
talking
saying
about this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something.
Hosea or something. SHB. I know it's something dealing with the festival. With some type of festival.
I think the one with the festival probably, but I think the one with the festival is usually mixture of the one at the top and the bottom together.
Yeah, that's the. Oh, you talking about no? Oh, that. Oh, I thought it was that piece, and then the lit basket thing looked like with the diamond in it.
Yeah, because it's usually the two of them joined together, but I think this one is separate, so I don't know.
Then we got the eye down here. Some type of animal part.
It looked like a horn viper.
Mm-hmm.
That is a horn viper.
Yeah, it's Erie F.
Erie F. Die-Unk.
Erie F. DF. Unk. Dead.
Yeah,
that's what that says there.
Yep, Erie F. Man, that look like some hooves though, like, and that look like
that cone.
No, that's the cone. That's the cone though. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It look like it could be like the half of a deer or something.
He
If you
gives
connect
life
these with that.
for
But yeah, we got
eternity.
Erie F, D Jet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we just gotta make sense of the best, the first, I mean the top part of the of Erie. I think that's Hosea. If I may be saying it wrong, I think it's capital HSB. If I'm not mistaken, something dealing with a festival, something in that aspect.
Mm.
So I mean, and then we don't know what the top. I definitely don't know what that is at the top. Hmm. Look like a fancy top hat to me. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what that is. So, mm,
So what can we make out from Erie F, D Jet?
is it gonna make? I know it'll make sense without the Erie. I mean, F dot Dionk the Jed.
It'd
He
be like,
gives life for eternity. But the Erie, what Erie? Erie is make. What else Erie is? I know Erie is make.
yeah, I was thinking of either he give or I give, but
Yeah, yeah, I. Oh, okay. It could be saying I give him life for eternity.
I'm where y'all get I from? That's what I'm saying.
That I right there. I think
Yeah,
that
but
means
that's Erie though. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I mean, I understand but I know the horn viper is he. But you said I what now? What y'all say? I what?
well, we free. What I say?
Yeah,
Um, may I give him life for eternity.
yeah, that may be. That may be.
Yeah, but there is no I in it.
Yeah, it ain't no
Yeah.
I in there.
Mm.
I'm just reaching right now.
Y'all, y'all,
Right,
I
y'all
say
use
I said
y'all,
I too. I said I too.
y'all
So
using what a piece of the Rebus?
I give.
right. I'm using the I literally to mean.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I'm using the I as a logarithm.
Right.
But yeah, I'll say I or he. But you saying make? I've seen it as make too before,
Yeah, it's yeah, it can be make, I know, but it can be used as other things too. So
or
I can't
or
remember.
make or do.
Yeah, do.
Yeah, so this last part get a little shaky.
We can scroll back up to the top and go back down just to make sure go over it real quick, wrap it up, and then see if we get some more comments or people in the chat.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Sean. Sean, go on and knock this out for us, Sean P. Quit playing, bro. Quit playing. Knock it out.
Sean gonna do his own presentation.
Well, I mean, basically, really what we need to start from is right here. Because, I mean, this ain't nothing but names. We get into the actual grammatical sentences and stuff down here. We had to start piecing it together. Then we got this little bit chipped off. But then we have the great divinity, then his name. But then we got this chipped off right here. So we don't know the great divinity, Ka Kepara, but we don't know what this says or this to be able to put this together. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this will be a good piece to try to figure out right here. And these bunched up pretty close together, so I wonder why they chiseled this stuff out. It must what was right there that you had to chisel out. That's what I want to know. Make no sense.
Might be just, damage from, the weather or Some type of catastrophic event. I don't know. They might have chiseled it. I ain't no telling.
Yeah, because the other side is damaged in that same area. You see it right here? Because you know the obelisk going to say the same thing on each
Mm-hmm.
side. It's damaged. Whatever this word is, they got it damaged over here too. I wonder what the other side of this look like. Oh, okay. So we could say the beloved souls of Anu may live forever. The great divinity, Ka Kepara. And I wish I knew what this said.
Was it like SDN?
I was gonna start right here with this. I think that's the. I don't even think that's the symbol for Ra. I think that's the.
Placenta.
Yeah, the
A
placenta right there.
I think what's
A.
that next to the sedge plant?
It kind of
I think
look
it's
like it.
yeah that or the second staff. I don't know.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. You talking about the scepter of authority. That don't it the that it doesn't bend like that. You see where it bend at the top right there? It doesn't
Right
the
up
scepter
here.
doesn't bend. Yeah, it doesn't bend.
Yeah, cause see, I'm looking at it from right here. How it fold out a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. That's why I keep saying that, cause it fold out a little bit.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, and I definitely wish I knew what this was.
Saber done hopped out for a minute. He probably could have made a little bit more sense of it for us. I'm messing up. So what y'all want to do, man? Y'all want to just move on, since we can't make sense of,
What the chat looking like?
man,
No, I'm still trying to
they,
think.
uh,
Um,
they with us. They, they,
oh, dang. This can be eaten.
Oh damn! Man, I thought
Wow.
my bad. I had my hand over it. I guess I went there. I had my hand over the thing. All right, so yeah,
Okay,
since
so we
everybody
have,
with us, we might have to
yes.
move on. Y'all want to move
go on
on?
and knock it out. The Houthi Ma'at. Knock it out. Yeah, for us. You got said festival. Go ahead, finish the rest of it. Well, we got the Erie of down the Jed. Can you make out that top piece above said festival, Jehuti? No, yes, maybe so. I sound like Sable now.
You know, it's a little delay.
Oh yeah.
Nope, okay.
Men.
The chat. Yeah.
All right, where y'all at? Where are we at?
We stuck.
Except I'm hearing all kinds of sound effects. Well, you got to mute your mic. I'm hearing chips. I'm hearing soda,
I'm
chips.
trying to be quiet as possible, man. I can't see if I mute my mic, then the screen gonna go. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see the screen, but I'm done now though.
Oh no, I locked it on you. So if you mute your mic, it would have locked on your screen.
Well,
Yeah. Satep done shared his whole meal with everybody, huh?
Everybody hungry.
Hey, he got what you have? Bologna sandwich and
nah, man, I don't eat that. I got that turkey, that Thanksgiving turkey.
All right, so we had so everybody in the archives, we about to have a nice
And I'm eating
chip
I'm
day.
eating gluten free kettle cooked chips. So I'm trying to be a little healthy.
Right, right. Okay.
Man, I'm not even hungry anymore now. Well, goodness, I'm straight. So yeah, we're at the bottom. Oh, you already went through the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, we stuck at the top where we I guess that Hesby, that's what I'm thinking that is the festival where Jehuti said festival. I knew it was some type of festival. And then at the top of that, we can't make out that sign right there.
The top what's showing on the screen now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to
you
work on the three signs above the eye.
Oh,
go up.
That's how you make it.
okay.
Is that some type of festival right there? Jehuti said that's a
Oh, we just lost the pic.
string gone.
So yeah, you're right, Satep. When you well, we got all kinds of sound effects, but we got the whole man. We straight tonight. Okay, so hold up. I know Satep muted his mic. Let me see if I can share.
Oh man,
Hold on, my
y'all.
bad. Because I was trying to unmute my mic, and then as soon as I unmuted it, it took the picture down. But I got it back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to eat low key, but it didn't happen.
Everybody, it's all right. You know, we all wine and dine together. That's all good. Friday night. But okay, so at this part,
Yeah, let's see.
can you pull back? Can you zoom?
Zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, so see, we stuck from right here.
Okay, so right there you got Seb Tepi and then Hetseb F the Unk Jet. So that's the beginning occasion of the Zed Festival that he creates, and
So
then
so wait a minute. So that's what I had said Hepzel, but is that top piece a part of that?
no,
This
not the
here.
top, not the top.
No, not that. No, right there in the middle. Go down. Yeah, right there.
Right
Is
here.
that a part? Right. I mean, I normally see just this piece and this piece for the Hazel, but does that go with that? That's what we was lost at right there with that top piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so
hmm
okay.
That's usually together. Sometimes you see abbreviated where you'll just see one or the other. And one will be the divine booth that's by itself, will be a booth. But when you see with the Heb sign at the bottom, like a basket with a little diamond shape right there. Yep. Head Seb, and they're usually together. Well, I should say that sometimes they're not together. You'll see one of those signs. So
Can you go back up to the right above the photo cloth? Those two signs above the hand and the photo cloth.
Septepi, that looks like I mean only
So
sense that would make would be
that's
Septepi, which would be the
the plant. That's a
So that would be the grinding thing, the circle
taco.
round.
and Tepi is the I believe that is the it's it it looks like a chisel, but it's not.
Yeah, so I thought it was a chisel or a little fan, the second staff, or it's not the staff, but the fan.
It's like a chisel. They call it the description is hold up, it's on top of my head. It's not the chisel, but it looks like the chisel, but it's the for the word tep, TP, tepi,
All right,
dagger,
right.
the dagger,
Yes, right.
the dagger.
Makes sense.
Call it a dagger. Sep and then tepi, tep.
Mm.
But so you all did Necher Nefer, Kepakawa, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
just
did
got
that.
stuck right here, from here to here.
Yeah, but I didn't catch what glyph you said that was right on the top of the booth for the festivals and all that.
This here,
No, right underneath, after it.
right here.
Mm.
Yeah, that's another booth that's associated with the Zed festivals.
Okay, all right. Dua.
Now you know I don't.
You said create. We had said He's make or do
Yeah, that's
like
about
area.
that's still rough. Yeah, Ilyaf.
All right, so we everybody comfortable with that?
How anybody in chat figured it out?
Yeah, we was. Well, I think Jehudi figured this part out, the
Okay.
festival part.
All right, that's straight. So that's the bottom of it? So scroll
Yeah,
back
this
up
the
though,
end of it.
because I left from up some more. Okay, there was that damage part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I stopped. So the Baul, so we got the beloved one of the souls of Enu, Heliopolis. So he's beloved by the souls of Heliopolis. And then may he live forever, Unc Jed.
I think that might have been what I said. So yeah,
Yeah,
we ended up getting that one.
okay, yeah. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, we just really was stuck down here. This little area right here. So yeah, that was good. That was a good
Yeah.
exercise.
Yeah, you did say you said something real close to what he said. Yep.
Well, see now let's try to figure out that damage part.
Right here.
Yeah.
So that
So
said she thought it was a bird.
no again.
Zoom in again.
Out one more time. Come on, one more click. Let's see. Okay, now if you notice on to can we make it out?
Over here on the left.
Yeah, I was trying to see if you could, because a lot of times they'll repeat themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's kind of hard to make out right there. But because these are the epithets, these like the titulary tit titulary of the king. Then if we know Sini Wasaret, then the most likely that will be one of them, even though we can't see it, can't make it out to know exactly, but that would be my first guess. I don't know which one it is, but it would probably be one of his epithets that goes along with his titulary. So we have the great God, I mean the perfect, divinely perfect Kepakar Ra, but right before that, it's probably another epithet or another name. Cause you see how it repeats. So like you got the horse name. Okay, scroll back up. We could find out which one it is. Scroll, yeah, go back up. Okay, so we starting off with the Heru name in the Sorek. Okay, so we have Ankh Mesut, and then we have the throne name, which is Nisut Biti, so that's two. Then we have the Nebti, that's three. Then we have the Sarah, and so the one we're missing is the Horse of Gold. So I guarantee you that that's his Horse of Gold name. I'm willing.
Yeah,
I'm willing.
yeah, and that looks like the falcon right there
Yeah, because
on
if
the
that's a bird, that's a
outline.
falcon.
It's a flag.
And if that's his Horse of Gold name, his Horse of Gold name for that king is probably no, I would be completely guessing for that, but I will say, without checking or verifying. Now, obviously, we would verify. I would we wouldn't just stop here and be like, stand in front of a crowd with a PowerPoint, and be like, yes,
That's it.
it is this, it is that. But no, we would verify. But I will say, almost for a surety, that that is his Horse of Gold name. We call it Bik Nebu, the Golden Falcon name. I just don't know it by memory, and then it's chipped away. So we'll be able to figure that out just by looking it up or looking somewhere else. Yeah, see on the side, it may be right there, but that's not clear enough.
You can't catch it.
Trying to see that basket up under
Yep,
the
that
falcon.
is that's a golden horse. Yep, that's it. I see the basket right here. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's the necklace, the necklace.
Yep.
glyph, the collar, the golden
Oh,
collar.
it's a collar.
Hmm.
The Naboo.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's
So
possible.
for Nebu, Big Nebu. So whatever his golden falcon name is, that's probably what was chiseled out or damaged. I don't know if it was chiseled away. It wouldn't make sense just to chisel that part away, so that's probably damage. But yeah, that's good. So let me check out the chat, see who's chiming in, cause I know it's late. We have a couple people. We got Sean, Quintisha, all right, Jehudi Ma'at, Lisa, and Atuma Min. All right, I see everybody take a stab at it. I see Sad Festival. So that's good. That's good. And so I hope people find that it's kind of fun and chime in it and actually learn. So that's good. But okay, so now that's completely freestyling. So obviously we wouldn't stop there, like Satep said, and say this is it. So at this point, so we won't leave it hanging. Then we might as well go ahead and find out what that Big Nebu name is. If somebody can look that up.
You said the Big Nebu, the Golden Horse name.
Mm-hmm. Of Sini Waseret.
Unc
Uh,
Mesu.
Negeri Neter Big Nebu, Neter Big Nebu, and they pronouncing it Negeri Big Nebu. The Golden Falcon is divine.
Jerry Big
Where
Nebu?
you where you get that at?
Oh, that was off. That was off that SC.
No, there's, but I think there's three.
I got some errors on here, but I was just,
I mean, I was just asking because I mean I'm on the other site. Shoot, I can't think of the name of the site that we Sakar or something.
No,
And hold on, I'm gonna share my screen.
I mentioned that
Okay.
one.
well, you have to.
But which Sun Westward are we looking at?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You have Sinwasura at the first, the second, and the third.
Yeah, I'm looking at the first one. Hold on, let me see if it not ain't on
Yeah,
there.
it's the first one, and his it's actually Uncle Misud as well.
Yeah,
It's gold,
that's what I seen. The golden Haru name.
but
Mesu.
I got the
yeah,
wrong one.
yeah, but the Uncle Misud is actually before. It's like right above that what we call that, the golden little thing, the Naboo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have it. They have it spelled out with the Unk, the suit, and then the golden horse behind it, and then that's all sitting on top of the Naboo sign.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. That's for, yeah, aesthetics. So they put it all above, on top of the golden collar.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. So, but yeah, that is the golden falcon name of Sini Wasret Capricorn. Now, just for people who be watching this on the archive, the different kings that we know in Kemet, the names that we know them by, uh, we all know the kings by their family name, the birth name or slash family name. And so, but the people in ancient times in Kemet, the Remish people themselves, they wouldn't have called on the king by their birth name like that. They would have called, out of respect, they would have called them by their coronation name, which would be the throne name, the Nisud Biti name. So this particular king would have been known in ancient times as Kepra. But it's just that we're not used to it today. So, if we say Kepra or Ma'akara and things like that, we wouldn't know who we're talking about. Like Hatshepsut, her name is Ma'akara, but nobody would really recognize who that is unless you say Hatshepsut. Ramses, we know Ramses as Ramses. That's his Sarah name. Thutmose, um, Seti Marin Ptah. That's Seti the First. So we all know these kings by their Sarah name, and not so much their Nisud Bidi name. But so we need to kind of change that, or start to memorize the Nisud Biti names.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to do it correctly.
Yeah, I mean it's good to know them all. I'm just saying, yeah, just out of just to follow the tradition. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's like somebody walking up to President Obama instead of saying Mr. President or President Obama. They're just like, uh, "What's up, Barack?" That would be,
Disrespectful.
yeah,
Yes.
yep. Then we start chopping that name down. What's up, Rock Rock? You know, that's how we do things. So we gotta make sure we stay on point. And even
They
to the
calling Barry O.
yeah, Barrio. What's up, Barrio? Even when people say King Tut, if you think about it, that's disrespectful. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it we just really shorten the name, King Tut. We're so used to it 'cause we grew up with that name being said, so it seems so normal to us. But man, if we were to travel back in time and you say, well, we wouldn't be using the word king, but if you said something like that, that would be pretty much wouldn't be looking good for you.
Be off for your head.
All right.
Be getting smited.
Tudunk Amen. Hikai Nu Shema. That would be pretty much his full birth name.
Well, he did switch it.
Ra. His throne name would have been Neb Capital Ra, and that's what he would have been pretty much known as.
So now with him, now we know he was born to 10. Now he switched his birth name. Now I wonder how that happened. You hear me?
Yeah, you mean how he switched it?
Yeah, how you switch your birth name?
Oh, easy. Like people, I mean, similar to how people do today. Change your name, but he changed it back. I mean, he changed it. He changed it to Amen. I said change it back. I mean, he changed it. And if you look up King Tut, and you look up his, Akhenaten, as far as their names, you'll see a whole lot of names because they had that double naming going on. So instead of just five names, you may see 15, 20 names for them
I'll
combined.
tell you who had the most names was Ramesses or Ramesu. He had a whole bunch of names.
Yeah. Yep. That's a lot. Ramses, they call him like Ramses the Great, Ramses the Second.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of names.
Ramasu. So, but okay. So what else what else were we? Okay, so yeah, that's the Big Naboo name, and then, um, okay, you took the picture down. I still have it locked on you. All right.
Yeah, you want to throw something else up?
No, no, no. No. If you still had a picture, I was make sure that anything that was still a little question mark. If we, now that we pretty much at the end, was going to look up anything. Was there anything else that was trouble, and then we need to actually look up? Well, that was it.
Yeah, that was it for real.
All right. So, brother Kofi. So so where is this obelisk now, and what's going on with the obelisk itself? I guess because earlier you were saying, unless you already did it, but I think earlier you were going to say um, something about the obelisk or anything.
Yeah, I was just gonna let them know it was Sinworth the second um Tekken, and it was located in Heliopolis, which is in Cairo, Egypt, today, still standing in Cairo, Egypt today. And just give them just a little background of, well, not a little background, but most of the Tekkens you will see, they will be in front of, which will be on both sides, double Tekkens, in front of the temples.
Right. Okay.
And it's symbolized. Tekken is also symbolized of Ra, and the area of Heliopolis I guess you could say the center or the worship place for for Ra, and one of Ra's biggest temple was in Heliopolis.
Okay.
Just for those that probably didn't know exactly what a Tekken was, or one too familiar with Heliopolis, which a lot of people ought to be familiar with it. If the cosmology story or Atun ascending from Shu.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's a nice piece. Let me see if there was any last comments and stuff from the chat. I know Sean said sleepers for the week. Yep, that's the motto right there. Sleepers for the week. It's only 12 o'clock. Only 12 o'clock. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Uh, let's see. I'm just trying to make sure we didn't miss anybody. Quintitia. Oh, yeah. We're joking and said aliens. Yeah, this is like a the Tekken or the Tekken where they battery chargers for spaceships. Nah. Yeah, yeah, I just want to reiterate because there's a very 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 small amount of people, and I mean when I say small, very small amount of people that are of the opinion that the Egyptian hieroglyphs that we know as Seshmetu Neter has not been deciphered, has not been translated or yeah, either deciphered or translated, and there's not too many people of that belief. And the only people that believe that are people who actually don't study the language and they're not familiar with just some general concepts of how a writing system relates to its to what it represents, which is the spoken language. How does that relationship work? We do it all day, every day, even in English. So it's something that's very fundamental to any literary language, spoken language that is also written. It's very very fundamental to languages that have that relationship. Now there are some languages that don't have a script at all, even to this day. But in all of the languages that have a script that you know that's married to it, there's some fundamental principles that people have to understand, and we take it for granted because when we learn English, like we're born in an English speaking country, you learn English, you learn to speak and everything prior to learning how to read and write. So by the time we learn how to read and write, because we're living it and we're speaking it, we're dealing with it every day, all day, there's certain principles that we take for granted. A lot of the principles we learn in elementary school, junior high, high school with English grammar and literature and things like that, but um, because we use it all the time, it becomes such a normal thing that we take it for granted. So a lot of people don't go further and really understand how it's working. We just take English as a course just to pass it because K through 12 is mandatory. You got to take English. You got to pass English. Get good grades. But we never really look into the stuff like that. So a lot of people. So when you don't, then you jump on this and dealing with sexual meta. A lot of people want to treat it as um, any other language, and you have to be, we have to all be careful about that. But every single book that speaks about the language will discuss the fact that it has been deciphered and it has been translated. You get any book off the shelf, it's going to talk about that. Some of them in brief, and some of them in detail. There's actually some books dedicated to that topic, where that is the topic. That's the title of the book. The Rosetta Stone or the other inscriptions that were used. There's books dedicated to that. So I know a lot of talk been lately about this, but hopefully after a while that will be eliminated to where it won't come up again, because every now and then that comes up. I remember it coming up last year, you know, um, and every time, we address it. But see, I'm bringing it up now because see, we're the Seshu Mani Metal Netre um, group, and this is what we do. So imagine you playing a piano and you're getting down playing chords, chord progressions, and you're doing your thing, and somebody walks up to you and say, hey, the piano can't be played. No one has ever pushed the white keys or the black keys down to make a sound. No one's ever done that, and here you are doing it. You would look at that person like they're really like they're either joking, or if they were serious, you would look at them as if they were a little off. So this is the kind of standpoint. This is the kind of feeling that we get because we read it and we deal with it all the time. And so when people go around saying that it's not transliterated or deciphered and things like that, it just seems very odd. It seems very. Now I understand why some people can say that, but those people need to sit, have a seat and just learn, and then we could work it out. So, but it's not too many people that feel that way. But yeah, just wanted to kind of put that out there because this is something that we do. All right. But that's all I had to say. So I don't know if anybody else had something to close us out with or anything. Also, uh, we do have classes for people who do want to learn how to read Session Metal Nature. There's a beginner's class going on right now, just started last Sunday. It's not too late to join that particular class group, but there's always new class groups forming. And you could join the class or register for the class or find out more about the class at the website metalnetcher.com, which is mdw-ntr.com. All right, go there and find out all the information and to join the class. The class is 12 weeks, meeting once a week for 2 hours. So 2 hours a week for 12 weeks. All right, so in 12 weeks, you will be doing exactly what we're doing. All right, and now obviously it takes some time, it takes some dedication, it takes some stamina to stick with it. And just like with anything, the more you practice, the better you'll be at it. And because this is not a living language, we don't have speech communities going around speaking this language, it makes it that much harder on us to retain the information because it's not like we're walking around talking and speaking Rani Kemet or even writing in Seshmeta Netcher or some way may call it Seshmajat Netcher, which some people will refer to as hieratic. But we just don't do that. So, you could fall off very easy. So that's why I say stamina. You got to have the stamina to stay in your studies and just get better and better. And that's why we have Freestyle Friday. We keep, sharpen our swords, test our skills, sharpen our swords and everything like that. Just want to make sure we still are able to identify signs because it's really bad when you start forgetting the monoliterals. That's like that would be equivalent to people taking a DUI exam when you see on these shows where people have to their sobriety is test, a sobriety test. That's what I mean. They have to say the alphabet and everything. That's kind of equivalent to that. And so you're doing bad if you can't remember the monoliterals. So we got to keep it going. But anybody else have anything to say? Comments?
Yeah, I was gonna say you should know the monoliterals. I mean, that's a must. That's the first thing you should be really focusing on is learning them because they're gonna be the most common as you see.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start grouping them later on. So yeah, monoliterals definitely important.
Yeah. Now for those people who are already submerged in a beginner's study, if you're already studying, whether you're studying on your own or with a group or in a class, my class or whoever else is teaching, and you're in a class, after you memorize the monoliterals, and then you start to become more familiar with the other ones, the biliterals, triliterals, etc. There are some formulas that you should memorize. So the Jed Medu formula, you should memorize that, practice that. The Hotep Dinasu, the offering formula, memorize that. Memorize a basic one like what was done earlier today. And then say it, speak it. Our pronunciations today are just purely conventional. They're not meant to be historically accurate. But what happens is you'll start to attach meaning to the words on sight. So you'll start associating what you see visually with a meaning, a sight. So you have the psychological construct with what you're seeing, and you'll have that marriage there. So then once we work out the historical proper pronunciations, then it's just a matter of fine tuning the pronunciations, but the meanings won't change. You'll still have that locked in. So it's good to start to say it, even though it's Egyptology speak, because then you'll just get used to it. You'll have that muscle memory. You'll be able to say it. Even with the Jed Medu, or I'm sorry, the Hotep Dinasut formula, to be able to say it, because the more you say it, then the more, or I should say, the less robotic you'll be. Because if you ever notice, like, because we speak English all the time, all day, every day. If you ever notice how a foreigner speaks English, even if they are learning and they know the correct words that coming out of their mouth, they know them, and you listen to them, they may not have the right cadence and the right tonations and things like a native English speaker will have. So they'll sound robotic, even though they're saying the correct words, but they'll sound kind of robotic. They don't have that rhythm. So this will get us to start to, at least on the start, you got to start somewhere. So this will at least start us to have some kind of fluid rhythm in the language as well. And like I said, although pronunciations are just conventional, but at least it'll get us started. And that's a project that Dr. Rikede Amin has focused on and actually published a book, it is called the Mijat Wafa Conversation and Phrase Book, English to Medu Neter. And I recommend everyone to get that. And it has the common phrases, phrases that you would say maybe at the dinner table, phrases that you would say when you're greeting people, um, telling time, words that are associated with time telling, the weather, what else? Occupations, shopping, even some of the shopping, even household items, you know. So it's definitely a must-have. All right, and I believe I'm pretty sure it's available on Amazon. But we need to start utilizing speaking it. All right. So beyond just Hotep, beyond Shemim Hotep, ETM Hotep, Hotep, Uncle Jasaneb, we gotta get a little past that. But anyway, that's it. Anybody else got anything else? Let's see any last minute comments. Jahudi Mat, oh crazy. Falcon on. Oh, oh right. The Falcon didn't start with the A. Right. Yeah. For the record, the Falcon is not transliterated as the letter A.
Yeah, see, and we have to remember that we are dealing with script that has more than monoliterals. We have biliterals and triliterals and quadliterals as well. So it gets a little complex for people who want to kind of like just think in the sense of the alphabet that we have right now. That's where it gets confusing. So
But
just
what the
be
biggest,
mindful of that.
yeah, and also one of the biggest problems that we have, and see, this is a thing. Learning Sesh Medu or ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, it's going to force you into a paradigm shift right away, because we're accustomed to using a script that utilizes characters that have no resemblance to anything in our surroundings. So what happens is when people go from there, looking at A through Z, our alphabet, English alphabet, none of those characters from A to Z resemble anything in our environment. So, and then we use it all the time, and then we just can get conditioned. So now when we jump over to the hieroglyphs or the Seshmetu Neter, now we can actually recognize those signs. So because of that, we tend to want to treat them differently. So then we'll ask these kinds of questions. Well, how can a falcon become the letter A? And we'll ask that, but we don't really realize that these are Graphemes are graphical representations of sounds or words or ideas or a drawing, a picture of the actual object that you're actually looking at. So out of those things, this is what we're dealing with. And people don't realize it only because it's if I look at, let's just say, if I look at a mouth, an open mouth, visually I recognize it as an open mouth. So my mind is gonna go a different way with it because I can recognize it. So I'm looking at, okay, that's a mouth. But if I look at an R in English, it doesn't resemble anything. So my mind never even goes down that route. It's just a symbol to me that represents a sound R. But when I look at an open mouth, my mind is going to go totally different. It's going to be like, okay, that's a mouth because I can actually identify it. I can ID that right away without anybody telling me anything. Oh, that's a mouth, or that's an eye. That's someone's eye right there. So that creates that brick. That creates that brick wall right there where people may not have this understanding that, wait a minute, even those signs can still represent sounds, and the technical name for that are phonograms or phonographs, which is a grapheme or graphic representation of something that stands in for a sound, not for what you're looking at. So that's what people have to understand. you know and recently, there's people that are confused about that, and we just got to clarify that. So we'll just keep at it. But that's it. So that's it for me. Anybody else? If not, then Sonatonica, you can close us out.
All right. Yes. I'll just encourage everybody who is wondering about the middle nature, whether it's been deciphered or not, to just pick some books. Join any group page. We have a group page, Seshuma and Middle Nature. We have videos in our archives, and we try to demonstrate so that anybody who's trying to test the waters can actually just watch and see what is happening. Learn a little bit from it and see if it's something that you want to learn or not. But it's always good to actually research about something first, and then once we go past the basics, then it's easy to formulate an opinion that actually makes sense. So we encourage everybody to just look into the language a little bit, and then see if it's been deciphered or not, or is something that they want to learn. But we're definitely doing it, and just check out our archives, check out the group page, ask questions if you have, if you have any. And with that, I'll just say Shemem Hotep, get an affair. That is good night, and Shemem Hotep.